Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 2nd of November. The week begins with the Sun still in the sign of Scorpio. This is the 8th sign of the zodiac. It's all about passion, depth, intensity. And of course, Scorpios themselves have a reputation of being quite guarded and secretive, though they can be surprisingly frank when they want to confront other people. Some of these characteristics may come out in ourselves, but there is actually an opportunity this week for huge transformation. And Scorpio is very much to do with transformation, a bit like a snake shedding a skin and finding new life and new energy. The Sun is forging an amazing link with Pluto, one of the two co-rulers that rules this sign, in a way which can help us to really evolve in a very important manner, both internally, emotionally, and in terms of our role in the world. Now, the Sun is also joined on Monday by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of talk and thought, and for 10 weeks it's been in the fair-minded sign of Libra, but of course it went through a retrograde, which was quite challenging, and it was also clashing with Pluto, the planet of power. But Mercury moves into Scorpio, and it helps us all to don our detective's max, to be a bit more penetrative in the way that we think about life and ourselves, drill down into the detail, get beneath the surface. These are the exciting opportunities. However, there is also still a clustering of energy ongoing in the sign of Virgo. Venus and Mars continue to combine, and if we can help other people, it's a great way to engender a better atmosphere in relationships, one of greater harmony. But Jupiter, of course, is active in this area too, and in the last 2 days of this week forges an amazing link with the Sun, one of the luckiest aspects of all, a sextile. And this really does prime up an opportunity to use the thoroughness and precision of Virgo, the depth and sensory nature of Scorpio, to really get in touch with how that we can change things. Remember, Earth carries water, just like a riverbed, so the combination is very, very positive. Now, there are some more challenging details to this week, not least that there's a quarter moon between the moon in Leo and the Sun in Scorpio on Tuesday. This is much more to do with the potential for stirring up jealousies, especially around social or romantic situations. Scorpio is very much about intensity, but it can be about ownership. And if a relationship does seem a little bit heavy, or one person always seems to get their own way, the lighter, more vibrant energies of Leo are challenging this. So watch out for that. There's also a growing influence beginning this week between Neptune and Saturn. Saturn now re-established back in Sagittarius, and Neptune, of course, has been in Pisces for some time. These two can really sap each other of energy. If you think about it, Saturn in Sagittarius is all about asking us to be exacting around knowledge and the way that we go about our lives. We have to be thoroughly briefed and trained in our approach. Whereas Neptune can see us try to almost distance ourselves from the reality. It's a shimmering, nebulous influence. But if we try to escape any responsibilities, it's going to lead to some quite harsh lessons. And also, it's a very draining influence as well. And it's one we need to be aware of. They're both mutable signs. And therefore, any shifts that are going on in our situation, they may come with some challenges too. We just need to be realistic about this. And Uranus, in Aries still, is in a quincunx with Jupiter. This is really a challenge between what we want to do as individuals and what we feel or should be doing in terms of giving some kind of sacrifice in terms of what we do for others. And it's also a case of juggling our own need to be perhaps hedonistic with one to be a bit more sensible about fitness, diet and health issues. But this is a week when we can learn a great deal by just being more conscious. If you are drawn towards personal development books, esoteric subjects like astrology, it wouldn't be a surprise. But there is a real spiritual world to investigate, and a lot of knowledge and wisdom can be found if you do. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.